Hey Beastie. First, are you a fan of Pirates of the Caribbean? If you're not, get off my channel, I don't want you. Second, if you had Jack Sparrow's compass, the one that will direct and point to whatever your heart desires most, where would it go? That's the question, and we're heading toward an answer. Let's go, Beastie. Intro. Okay, so why am I wearing a tricorn hat today? It's quite a dashing tricorn hat. I believe I got this in Venice at Carnival, which has nothing to do with pirates at all, but it's my best one that I have at the moment. So, last night, my sister and I took some brain relaxation time, and we watched Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. I say we watched. I should say we rewatched, because we've honestly watched that video probably 50 times. There we go. We hadn't watched it in quite a while, and it struck me at the very end of the movie. If you haven't seen it, spoiler alert, but seriously, the movie came out like over 10 years ago. Why haven't you seen it yet? At World's End is by far the best Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Curse of the Black Pearl has points for being the first. Then it's At World's End is amazing. On Stranger Tides sucked. And I haven't seen Dead Men Tell No Tales, and I have zero interest to see that movie. So, moving right along. At the very end of the movie, Captain Jack Sparrow is in this dinghy, and he is off to find the Fountain of Youth. He's got the charts and everything and whatnot, and he holds up his compass. And this was like a triggering moment. Triggering in the good way. Because he's looking at his compass. I don't have a compass prop here. And it spins, and the load, whatever, points backwards. The arrow points backwards. And he's like, what? Huh? How? And he looks down, and is like, oh, there's the bottle of rum. Great. Takes a swig of rum, and then looks at the compass again, and it spins around, and it gives him a heading. Why do I bring this up, Beastie? I'm talking about clarity. Now, honestly, I was uncertain if this video belonged on Metals and Pieces or if it belonged on Melissa Pickle, which is my business coaching channel. If anyone wants to see more ridiculous Melissa-ness and get lots of how-to tips at the same time for business, you can check out my other YouTube channel. I'll link it below. But regardless, anyway, we decided, talking with friends, that clarity is a badass trait. And I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, correct me if you're not like this, but I am, occasionally, that I fight with clarity all the time. Clarity in the direction of what you want out of life, down to what you want for dinner. Like, that can be a really hard decision. But if you don't know what you desire and what you want, how can you put that out into the universe to then receive that or be open to the new paths to travel to get to clarity? And I feel like we just live in a society that is wishy-washy. Like, come on, anybody else? Anybody else? Tell me, do you agree? We live in a society that is wishy-washy and doesn't have clear goals. We have ideals. Melissa, what's an ideal for you? Yes, I'm a business owner. Yes, I want what's called a 2-comma club, which means I want to be a millionaire business. What does being a millionaire business actually mean in my regard here? So for me, what does that do? For me, it means I can hire employees, and I can put back into the community and support other families. I can support my family. I can support other families by hiring employees. I would love to offer a scholarship for young women going into business. I would love to put that out to the local schools. I would love to travel and talk to students about being in business and all of this fantastic stuff. So that is a little bit of clarity about what would being a millionaire mean to me. And I know being a millionaire, honestly, is not that much. To some people, it's a ton. To other people, it's like, that's nothing. And taking in $1 million in business does not mean you're a millionaire. Let's cut that one off right there. So, great. What does my business look like as a millionaire? If we're doing $1 million in sales, what does Metals and Pieces look like? Who are the people I want to help most? What am I having for dinner tonight? That's a hard one. That's always a hard one. Food. What kind of food? Like clarity down from the big things. People say this all the time. I want to be happier. Where is your compass going to point if you simply put out to the universe, if you declare your goal, what you desire in your heart is to be happier? What does it mean? I'm going to throw some more business stuff out here. It's not measurable. There's no time frame, which I guess for a lot of these goals, you probably don't need a time frame. But it's definitely not measurable. It's not well defined. And it has no time frame. There's a fourth aspect to that I'm not remembering at the moment. I don't remember what the system is called. But the two big things are defined and measurable. So how do you know? Like happier than what? If I give you $1 million right now, are you going to be happier? Sure. Does that mean that you have reached your destination? No. So I challenge you, Beastie, to define your goals, to define what it is you want. Because if we can be crystal clear in what we want, for Jack Sparrow, it was rum, and then the Fountain of Youth. That is what he wanted. And it was always like very particular in those movies that compass, you had to be super clear on what it is you want most, because that is what the compass is going to point you to. And I feel like in the case of a lot of people right now, even regardless of quarantine and COVID and everything, what do you want most? It might lead you to a chair at a beach. It might, in some people's case, lead you to your bed because you're exhausted, or other things. But is that truly your goal? Be defined, be clear, be measurable in what your goal is, Beastie, and you will find clarity, and your compass will point true, and good things will come from the universe to you. Because when you put out that intention, when you step into that badass role of this is what I want for my life, this, Beastie, is what I want in my life, that's when magic happens. That's when you beat Skeleton Crews or defeat Davy Jones, to keep with that. But that is where you find purpose, and that is where you find happiness, because you have been clear and you know exactly what it is you're after. Okay. I feel like that rant is over, Beastie. All right. Cheers. You know, one of the reasons I came on camera today is because my hair looks awesome. I spent the entire video wearing this stupid hat. What do you think of my stupid hat? You liking the stupid hat? It's definitely not a piratey hat. I bought this hat in Venice at Carnivale in 2009. It traveled, I don't know how in the hell it traveled back with me from Italy and survived the suitcase, but it did very well. Okay, so there's that. All right, Beastie, that is it for this one. Let me know down below. Comment. Comment down below, Beastie, are you clear in your goals, or are you unclear? Are you a little murky? Could you use some definition? Could you use a 20/20 high-def pair of glasses on your vision? Because the clearer you are on your vision, Beastie, the faster it can come true. The faster the universe can work to fulfill it. And that's keeping with badass. Because I feel like having that clarity, that direction, that purpose, when you can be so clear, it turns into single-mindedness. Now you're being badass. Now we're talking. Okay. That's it. Let me know in the comments below if you have a goal that you are either super clear on, or that maybe you need to find some clarity. I know this didn't really offer many options for how to find clarity. If I figure that out, I will let you know. Besides just soul searching. And I don't mean in the yoga, I mean in the grinding way, but maybe that's just me. All right, so you're going to comment below with your goals. Go ahead, give this video a like if you enjoy my little rants that we go on here. And while you're down there, of course, subscribe to the channel to get more of our rants, more jewelry features, more cool Hollywood shout outs. So I got an update on that coming up soon. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye! Oh, I forgot to cheers you with my piratey crystal-y cup. See, Beasties? Is this cup not awesome? It's such a cool cup. Look at all that rainbow. I figured it could be quite piratey. Though honestly, I do have a tankard I'm staring at past the camera that would be more piratey. Oh well. Cheers! Clink. Ooh, that is funny. Totally in the bloopers. Cheers! Let's go.